Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sign1News Live Virtual Chat. I'm Sign1News anchor Gatry Persaud. Are you ready to feel the beat tonight? Our guest is a Super Bowl champ, entrepreneur, spokesperson for a first of its kind headphone technology. I got to tell you, it's getting a lot of positive feedback from deaf and hard of hearing music lovers. We are so excited to have NFL star Tim Wright join us tonight. But before we get to our virtual chat, you guys know what to do. Let us know where you're watching us from so we can give your city, your state, or your country a virtual shout out. So start typing now while we take a quick look at a couple of stories trending in the news today. It has been more than a month since Russia began its invasion of Ukraine. According to a U.S. defense official, Russian forces are running low on air-launched cruise missiles, and they're trying to preserve their inventory. And according to the UK Defense Ministry, Ukrainian forces have retaken towns on Kyiv's eastern region. Understand, this could be a sign of a potential turning point in the war. Unfortunately, until the war ends, the loss of innocent lives will continue. That's heartbreaking. Authorities in Florida say 14-year-old Tyrese Sampson, he died after falling from a recently opened amusement park ride. The park was Icon Park Entertainment Complex in Orlando. Witnesses say Sampson fell from the 430-foot free fall ride, 340 feet tall. Operators describe it as the world's tallest freestanding drop tower. Now, even though ride operators say the boy was secured in his seat, authorities are looking into the ride's safety. For now, the ride is closed until further notice. Hey, we've got some good news. The CDC says the number of COVID cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are dropping. Okay, that's the good news, but now here's the bad news. Flu activity has been increasing in most places across the country. The highest levels have been recorded in the central and south central regions of the United States. Health officials say the flu was nearly non-existent last year. But the rolling back of COVID-19 mandates like masking, limiting gatherings, and moving things indoors, that has played a role in increased flu activity. Barbers across the country in communities of color are joining the Confess Project. It's a program designed to train barbers with help from public health experts and therapists on how to become mental health advocates. Organizers of the movement say the barbershop in communities of color are not just places to get your hair cut. They are safe, trusted spaces for boys and men to just vent and release a lot of pent-up emotions. The Confess Project has trained thousands of barbers in 40 cities across the country and was honored by the American Psychiatric Association with the Pioneer for Advancing Minority Mental Health Award in 2019. The goal is to reach out to 1 million people and change the narrative and culture of mental health for Black men. Oh, wait until you check out this viral video of the week. A North Carolina family is thankful that their 5-year-old son is okay after a security camera recorded high winds sending a birthday bouncy house airborne, nearly crashing on top of the boy. Wow, take a look. Whew. Thankfully, the boy is okay, and no one was inside the bouncy house at the time. The boy's parents say that huge gust of wind just came out of nowhere. And they're sharing the video as a warning for other parents to pay attention at all times. You never know what could happen. I got a chance to participate in an amazing talent showcase earlier this week in Toronto, Canada. Luminato Festival Toronto hosted an event called the Lavender Creek Story Cabaret. I was the co-host of the show along with Eli Klein. Performing artists from all walks of life showcased creative, musical, funny, and thought-provoking ways to tell stories, share their cultures, and entertain the crowd. And then we interviewed them one-on-one to learn more about their background and their art. And sign language interpreters were provided to make sure the show was accessible for everyone. Take a look.
Okay, wow, you did this tonight, you made this happen. Oh my goodness. I know it's been so stressful, you had all these hats on, all these roles, and you've been learning. What was your learning process that worked with Luminato this time?
I mean, it's interesting. I have been a producer with Luminato for a couple of years on the technical, broadcast side. And it was really, they gave me the opportunity to program and produce my first show for them. And I was super honored. I've been producing and promoting shows for 25 years, and this was the first time I got to do one for sort of a large-scale organization. And it felt really, I felt an enormous amount of trust and an enormous amount of creative freedom.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. I just really want to applaud you and congratulate you.
Thank
So do you
you.
think you're going to host this in a year, do you think?
Well, Creative Current is an ongoing series. I really love the idea of Lavender Creek and going back to the actual creek and doing it in the building that we were supposed to do this in once it's finally open. So I'd like to, but I don't know what the future of Creative Current holds. I do hope that I get to do more at the intersection of storytelling and music, though, because or storytelling and art, capital A art, you know, which and how people tell stories through their mediums.
Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciated working with you and hosting with you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. All right.
All right, be sure to look out for more deaf-friendly programming. From Luminato Festival Toronto this June, including a docuseries featuring deaf artist Peter Asawuhu Ansa. Just head to this website for the details. All right, get ready to rep your city. Let's check out the chat comments to see where you're watching us from so we can give your city, your state, your country a shout out. Oh, it's hot there in Texas. Here in Toronto, Canada, it's freezing. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody? Who's from the farthest place? Oh, hey there. Yay. From Toronto. Wow, Oregon. Yay. Nice. North Carolina. Hey, North Carolina. Virginia. Hello, Virginia. All right, drum roll, everybody. We have a special guest here today. Oh, hey, Pennsylvania. I want to introduce to our special guest today, Tim Wright. He played 5 seasons in the NFL as a tight end, won Super Bowl 49. He was a member of the New England Patriots. He's a businessman, family man, but it's what he's doing now that is revolutionizing audio technology, especially in the disability community. Check this out.
Out of the NFL, and my partner, Ben White, who is the IP developer of Dome Audio, he showed me a rendering of the headphone. Now, we started working together 3 years before that on another technology that he had. And so once he showed me the headphones, I said, no way. And when I seen the component of the headphone that it can be interchangeable and it could, you know, attach and detach itself, that's where I immediately saw the opportunity for brand collaboration. What you think?
It does give you a very good massage.
Yeah. It could really be like the backdrop of your life, like as you move around. You know?
The ones I have. A little better.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Now this is at 40% volume on a prototype.
It has vibration.
It has vibration, right?
Can you feel it?
Can you feel the
Can
music?
you feel the music?
A little bit. What's good about these is that it doesn't get sore on your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to be like, wait, what?
I really feel like it can't pull thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's where you feel, you feel the vibration, you feel the music, and you can control the actual vibration to your preference too. What you think about that?
Sounds like you're just like in a studio.
Nice.
Okay. I want to try it. I want to try that. I love music. Welcome, Tim Wright. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on with you guys. Sign1News, this is an awesome platform, and it's an honor to be here with you today.
Oh, no problem. Oh, I want to welcome your interpreter as well. Yvonne Cater Jr. Hello. Thank you both for joining us. We so appreciate this. I'm so excited and curious, really. So I'm curious. This is my first question. Tim, are you a great football player first, who does a little business on the side, or are you a great businessman who just happens to play a little bit of football? Which one?
That's a great question, right? So the way I break it down is I've always had two passions, and that was sports and entrepreneurship. And growing up, when I was younger, I had a big imagination. But now in the business world, they call that being a visionary. And so I was planting seeds at a young age, and I was always the person that would come up with the best idea. And my friends used to always attract to that because it was always going to equate to fun. Everybody would enjoy themselves, and I was that pulse and that energy. And so I just love that. And I think that seed that was planted when I was young is what is driving me today as a visionary and as the chief strategic officer for Dome Audio. But then sports was that other passion and that I had, where I love competition. I love to be able to prepare for something and then go out on game day and compete and win games with my friends. And it was a platform where I got to learn a lot, not only about the sport, not only about sportsmanship and how to be accountable to my teammates, but also about life. And when you lose, you actually learn. And so that was one of the things that I really appreciated throughout my journey in sports, starting from when I was 5 years old. And now, being 31 and playing 5 or 6 years in the NFL, I've done it from little league all the way up throughout my life as an adult. So I was very grateful for the platform of what sports has taught me.
Wow. So you were playing football, and also as a benefit of that, you had a vision, for the future. But can I see the ring? Can I just see it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so big.
Yes.
That is so huge.
Yeah, you got
that is nice.
Side, number 81 on the side there.
Wow.
And then you got this side here. Do your job. That was the mantra. Do your job. Yep.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
Is it heavy?
Real heavy. Exactly.
Wow, it's nice to see that ring. That's fascinating.
Thank you.
Here's the interesting thing, though. You know that there are players who play their entire NFL careers and they never get that ring. What are some of your fondest memories of playing in the NFL and winning the Super Bowl? What was that journey like?
Yeah, it was a long journey. Throughout my life, I always had to work extremely hard for anything I was able to achieve. And the opportunity with the NFL, I was an undrafted free agent. So that literally meant that all the odds were stacked against me, and I had to battle my way just to make the team. And in my rookie season, I was switched from being a tight end. Well, I'm sorry, I switched from a wide receiver to a tight end. And I was seventh on the depth chart in terms of walking in that room. And there was all of these veterans who had years and years of experience at that position, and I knew nothing about the position. But I had some amazing coaches around me, some amazing resources, and I believed in myself, and I let God lead me, and that's what I followed. And so I ended up my rookie year winning the starting job. I ended up breaking the franchise record for 5 touchdowns, and that caught the attention of the New England Patriots. And in that next season, they actually ended up trading for me days before the end of training camp. And so I arrive in New England, and mind you, I'm going to give you some context of the dynamic. When I was younger, I used to love playing video games, and I used to use Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And now I'm in the NFL. I get traded. I get literally tapped on my shoulder. Yes, I'll get tapped on my shoulder that I'm getting traded to New England. I land in New England, walk in the locker room, and they said, "Hey, Tom Brady, look who's here." And he got up. He said, "Timmy Wright, I know who you are. You're an amazing player. Let's go win this thing." And I look up, and my locker is right next to Tom Brady. And so that was just a humbling experience because we know the greatness of Tom Brady, winning several Super Bowls, probably the most in the NFL history. And he is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. So I had the opportunity to sit next to Tom Brady and watch how he perfected his craft every day. And that's what I was able to do. And I ended up catching 6 touchdowns, literally 6 touchdowns from the best quarterback and best football player that has ever touched the gridiron. So it was an amazing journey. We had our ups and downs. We won a lot of games. We lost only a few, but we learned from those games, and we were able to apply that of the lessons that we learned to be able to come out and then bring this hardware home with the Super Bowl ring. And so
Yes.
It was just an honor, and I'm very fortunate and grateful for, my journey throughout the NFL.
I really love how you told the story about when you lose, you actually learn. And how you can turn that into a win and a benefit. The loss could actually be a benefit for you.
Absolutely.
You got to remind yourself and the audience, don't ever give up. Just keep going no matter what happens, no matter what the situation, just keep going.
Yes.
So, how'd you get that inspiration? You used to play football and then now you're playing football. What was that like?
Yeah, so my inspiration literally came from my upbringing. I was the only child growing up for most of my life until my brother came, but I had a community of family that poured into me. I had all 4 of my grandparents that lived right down the street from each other, both of my parents, aunts and uncles, cousins and relatives, and being the only child, being brought up in church at a very early age, I also had the church family pouring into me as well. And I knew that was a responsibility that I had to just be great because everyone reinforced their belief in me. And I really felt that. I felt that feeling that they wanted me to be excellent. They wanted me to strive and be great at everything I did. And so my inspiration came from watching my dad, watching my mom, following my grandparents around the yard when they landscaped, and just following incredible leaders and being exposed to things at a young age where I just picked up on it. I was like a sponge. And so I feel that as a sponge, your opportunity to soak up as many lessons and values and principles as possible, so that then when you become saturated, you become this full sponge that you could then squeeze out everything you have into the world and be an amazing citizen. And so that's what I'm doing with this opportunity now as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, and helping lead with my partner and with our team, Dome Audio, and the things that we're able to bring to the world. So that's where I get my inspiration.
You really have a rich experience.
Thank you.
So let's just get right into Dome Audio Inc. and this new headphone technology. Okay, question for you. Is it true that it's the only one of its kind in the world?
It's true. And it's true because we have multiple
Wow, yay.
technology.
Yay. Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just a little curious. How'd you create this technology?
Yes.
And even inspired you to make that? Why'd you even do it?
Yes. So my partner, Ben Wright, is the IP developer of Dome Audio. We have an amazing relationship, and we actually met each other back in 2015, just after I won the Super Bowl. And he was developing another technology that I was able to, be a part of and use and test out. And so that began our relationship. But with his background in the music industry for over 25 years as a songwriter, musician, producer, he always had that ear for sound. And it's a rare gift that you have that ear for sound. And so when he tried on a pair of bone conduction headphones, he understood with the technology and the principle of the experience that it brought, where you can hear your music while hearing the world around you. But he said, I can make this better. And what it was lacking was full fidelity. It only has 2 speakers that sit on the front. So he said, if I added 2 more speakers and now had 2 on the front and 2 on the back, on your mastoid bone and then near your jawbone, that can now bring a full fidelity experience. So this was a creation from an idea, from scratch. And then it turned into a drawing, an illustration. Then that transformed into a 3D rendering. And then that now has transformed into our prototype 3.0. It's coming. Listen, stay tapped in. Don't X1 Sound is our Instagram. Stay tapped in, right? But this is the technology. It has multiple patents on it. And essentially, it's the world's first 4D experience, surreal sound, bone conduction headphone. So the 4 transducers that are inside our technology right here, they again rest right on the front and the backbone. And it drives the sound using vibration directly into the inner ear, which is the cochlea. Whereas Beats and Bose and Sennheiser and these other brands that use air conduction, the sound travels through the outer ear, then passing the middle ear, and then arriving into the inner ear. But as we know, folks with challenging in their hearing, that has challenged hearing, now we're able to use this technology to drive the sound directly into the inner ear. And that's what's creating that surreal response. And it's driving that full fidelity because we have the 4 speakers, 2 on each side. But then we have the element of our dome cover. And our dome cover attaches to the frame of the headphone, just like this. So now it blocks out the outside. It blocks out the outside world. So now you have the option to have an open ear experience while still hearing everything around you and listening to your music at the same time. Or you take this dome cover and you pop it on, and now it's a isolated experience, a privacy mode. And it amplifies the music that you're listening to. But the beautiful thing is, on the face of this dome cover is a blank canvas. And so it gives Dome the opportunity to collaborate with brands, organizations, massive celebrities from people all around the world while having the logo on the face of this dome cover. Yes. And so,
Wow.
so again, these are the two components of our first headphone. And again, it's an open and closed ear experience, providing full fidelity. And it's something that is going to impact the world.
Honestly, I'm just in awe right now. I just forgot all my questions at this point. I apologize.
No problem.
I mean, I'm deaf, okay? And I love music.
Yes.
You know, I've been signing for a long time, and I understand that I struggle to hear the sound. I just, I want to feel the vibration. I put my hand on the box so I can feel but I want a little bit more. I have an ASL interpreter who voices for me, but I'm still not satisfied. But I'm looking at those headsets, and I want to own that myself, so I don't have to depend on the ASL interpreter. I want to experience that sound for myself. Really, I cannot wait to try that.
Yes,
I cannot wait.
That's amazing.
I'm ready for it to be released.
I totally understand, and it's coming. It's coming.
Look, the audience. Look at the audience. The comments are coming in.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, they are very, very excited.
No, that's incredible. And we understood with this opportunity, we had a theory that bone conduction technology can bring an experience to the audience of the deaf and hard of hearing that has truly been something there before. But now with our creative, unique, patented design with 4 speakers while having the opportunity to block out the outside world, it's bringing a rich experience and a profound experience that we haven't seen before. So with our campaign that we created called One Sound, essentially for the world of hearing and the world of deaf and hard of hearing, one headphone, one sound can now bring the world together. And essentially our mission for One Sound is to expand the boundaries of headphone technology for all music lovers around the world. And that's what we're doing with Dome headphones. And so one thing I just wanted to point out, the One Sound design that you see on Yvonne's, he's wearing it right now, right on his hoodie. This is the same print that I also have on as well. One Sound.
Yeah.
This is our exclusive merch that basically ties the whole campaign together in the whole meaning and purpose from an emotional standpoint, from just a representation. Yes, so we bring it all together to represent and bring everybody together with this experience. So that's what we have.
I'm still in awe. I'm just in awe right now.
Yes.
Now, you know that the hearing world typically doesn't even consider or think about deaf people when it comes to music and sound. But deaf people do enjoy music. You know that, right? I love music. Do you have friends or family in the deaf community? Just curious.
Right. So once we identified that, we've actually took our headphones and we've been in a phase. Remember, this is made from scratch. So we took our prototypes and we engaged with some folks over the last several years who expressed that they had deafness in one ear or hard of hearing in both ears or completely deaf. And when they tried the headphones on, they were in awe. Their jaw dropped from the experience. So then we said, hey, let's take this technology and let's visit Gallaudet University. And that's actually where I was able to meet Yvonne's. That's where I was able to meet Rodney from Deaf U and a host of the teammates, some incredible guys, Cass, JC. I was able to meet some incredible people on campus there, Benjamin, President Cordano, a lot of folks from that that ecosystem. And that then inspired us to say, let's create a campaign that we can now bring both worlds together. And that's where One Sound was literally birthed from. And then from there, I was able to meet Anton, DJ Hear No Evil. I was able to meet Aaron, the Deaf King International. I was able to meet what's his name? Show Rock. I was able to meet what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. It's been several folks I've been able to meet. Nico, just incredible people. Super Lee, DJ Super Lee, just incredible people that we was able to bring to our event. Another comedian, I gotta shout him out. Gemini Kai, you gotta follow. Just incredible people from this community who I now have brought as friends and near and dear to the company. And we came together and we want to just bring this Dome headphone experience, this one sound experience to the world. And so it's been so fulfilling and so gratifying for us to be able to make this impact. And we're just getting started, literally just getting started.
Oh, you just touched my heart. It's so inspiring.
Thank you.
And maybe you don't realize this, but you're breaking barriers for the deaf community who love music.
Absolutely.
You're creating so many opportunities for the deaf community, deaf artists, different people who are involved in music, in the industry. Just kind of breaking that stereotype, just breaking it down.
Yes.
And now with music, you don't even have an excuse. With your deaf artist, you can work with a deaf artist, period.
Right.
You have the technology now.
Right.
We live in a technical world. No excuse.
None.
It's 2022. Come on.
Yes.
I just really want to congratulate you. It is so inspiring.
Thank
so
you.
many people. You're inspiring so many people in the deaf community. And listen, I did notice a video in the at the Gallaudet. They were like, first they're like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then they're like, put on the headsets, and they're like, oh my gosh, the shock on their face. Whoa. I saw Wawa's face in there. I saw, he was like, yeah, whatever. He had so many doubts, and he put the headphones on, and it just almost made me cry.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So I wanted to save that, but I got to mention it. So we had our event in DC.
Yeah, go ahead. Please, come on. Go ahead.
Yes, we had our event in DC at Kitchen Cray. Phenomenal event. It was about probably a dozen and a half influencers. And Wawa, I believe, was the first one to try the headphones, and he set the tone, right? And so Wawa, as we all know, just performed in the Super Bowl twice back to back, and he had his buddy Sean Forbes next to him. And now tomorrow, we are literally hosting our next event. There it is. That's all the guys right there. So tomorrow, we are literally hosting our next event. And Wawa, now I want to segue right over to Sean Forbes, his partner in crime that performed with him at the Super Bowl. And we're having our event up in Rochester, New York at Viticulture Wine Bar. And it's going to be an incredible next event for another host of almost 24 influencers that's going to be able to come in. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Yes. There it is. And he was blown away by the experience, and he posted it on his social media, and it blew up. Everybody was like, wow, this is incredible. So we're going to bring that experience again to just repeat the impact, and we're going to just continue to grow and bring this around the world. So it was an element of not only hearing the music for what you can hear, but feeling the music and becoming one with that. And I want to show you guys something real quick with our technology. My partner, Ben White, another visionary, brilliant mind, he said, if we're going to make this a company with Dome Audio, we're going to make it iconic and special. And so what he created here is a branding keepsake, and it's a charging case for the headphone. Now, when I open this up here, I'll show you what I mean. So if you look right there, it actually says, feel the music. And so you would store your headphones right into this case. And this Dome logo will light up to tell you how charged your headphones are. And whatever Dome covers you're wearing, you actually can store it right on the sides here, right? And now this would rest on your dresser, your desk at work, anywhere you can keep it stationary. But then what we have when our first product release and our first pre-order goes live, we're going to be announcing it very soon because I know people was asking and they waiting. We'll be announcing it very soon. Very soon. We'll be announcing it. So everybody get ready. Right now, if you go to domeaudioinc.com, domeaudioinc.com, you can enter your name for a chance to be gifted a pair of Dome headphones. We're going to be announcing our winners very soon, so make sure you tap in. But what this product right here, this is our portable charging case, another revolutionary design. And so now you essentially would open your case, slide your headphones in, have your dome covers rested right here, and your headphone can charge everywhere you go. And so that's what we're bringing to the world, and this will come with our first rollout of our product. So make sure y'all tap in and get ready. It's coming.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what Tim said? You better sign up. You better go to the website and grab that opportunity.
Let's go.
Come on, come on, come on. Okay, I do want to show the video of your visit to Gallaudet, so hold on a second.
With this technology, you will now be able to hear your music, take your phone calls while hearing the world around you, because it's a completely open ear experience.
We got, Coach, we got 2 more and that's it, all right? That's it. All right, that's it.
This is hard. So when you put this technology on like this, it's a completely open ear experience.
Let's go.
And now I can hear the world around me while also still hearing my music. We have these interchangeable dome covers. What this does, it attaches to the frame of the headphone, and now you can block out the outside world.
Hurry up! Drop these already.
So we're truly redefining what the headphone experience is. And that's what I'm on pace to do with Dome Audio.
Okay, I'm verklempt. You touch my heart.
Amazing.
I love seeing the faces and the responses when they put the headsets on.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I want to put something aside for a second. I want to talk about, you do have another business. You have a barbershop business, right? Right?
Yes.
In New Jersey, very successful. I don't know if you heard the story at the beginning of the show about barbers in communities of color. You know, they feel that's a trusted, they're trusted by their clients. They feel safe to share their intimate thoughts and feelings and emotions. I mean, do you agree with that? What do you think of that concept, Confess Project?
Absolutely. The history of what a barbershop represents, it's the cornerstone of our community. Every community has a barbershop. At the age of 13, I experienced a bad haircut. And my dad brought a pair of clippers. And I said, you know what? They were sitting in the corner of my room. And I said, I'm an artist. I love to draw. I love the landscape with my grandparents. I just love to see beautiful art pieces and beautiful artwork. And I said, I'm going to pick up those clippers and try it on myself. I sat on the counter. I held the mirror. I started cutting my hair. And literally for the last 18 years, I've been cutting my hair every single week. And at the age of 13 is when I started my entrepreneurial journey. I started cutting on my friends. I started cutting my relatives. When I got through high school, I started cutting more friends. And when I got to college at Rutgers University, which is located in New Jersey, I started cutting people's hair that represented parts from all around the world. And for that 30 minutes, I was able to make them look good, feel good, but it was this reciprocal exchange of conversation that we was having. I was pouring into them. They were pouring into me. And that set the foundation for me to be able to understand how people view things, whether they're consumers, whether it's topics that's going on from current events around the world. Whatever it is, I was able to understand that and soak that in. And I said, one day when I have the means, I want to be able to come back to campus and open up the Wright cut, spelled just like my name. And I've been able to do that. And in 2016, I was able to come there, open it up. And now it's been there for the last 5 years. And I've had over 12,000 unique individuals step foot into the Wright cut to get service. And it's basically the feeling in the atmosphere is what laid the foundation of my business. And that's just positive influence, great conversation, people being able to come there, look good, feel good. And it doesn't matter what race, what creed, what ethnicity, everyone is sitting in those chairs. I have 8 chairs. I have multiple barbers, and they're giving the best they can. And that's an imprint that they're making on their life. And as they walk out those doors, they can make an imprint on the community that they live in. And so that's been a huge inspiration of mine. And when I saw that feature in the beginning, it just was, I connected with it so much because that's been a staple in my life, to look good, to feel good, but to always get back and connect with people. And it's been incredible.
Yes. Yes. You're giving back.
Yes.
You're giving back. You're giving people confidence, at the barbershop. And by the way, anybody who lives in New Jersey looking for a barbershop, just saying, you might want to swing by.
The Right cut.
See? Nice. Oh, I really thank you so much for sharing your time. Yes. And just one final question. This is an important one. Okay. Let's let the audience ask you. Maybe I'm going to take my hat off for a minute and see if the audience has any questions out there. They might want to ask Tim. Anybody? It says, can you ask what a playbook looks like for calling plays? Is it like numbers, or are the names random? Quick call play. Just curious.
Oh my gosh. I can attest it to this. When we was younger, you had maybe 2 or 3 words on each page, and you had beautiful colors and pictures, right? And as you got through elementary school, middle school, high school, college, it started to get more complex and more sophisticated. And so in the NFL, there are plays that's about 12 words to 15 words in numbers long. And they would say one word that represented that entire play. And you could be on the field. It could be 3rd down. You're huffing and puffing, and Tom Brady says, Jordan. And you got to remember what Jordan is with those 12 to 15 words and numbers. You got to get lined up, and then you got to go out and execute. And so it's very sophisticated. And overnight, when I got traded, I had to learn 60 plays overnight to play in the next game the next day. So that's overnight, 60 plays overnight to play in the game the next day. So that's how fast the learning curve has to be at the professional level.
Wow, you got to memorize 60 plays overnight?
Overnight. Yes.
It's like being an actress, you know, when you're reading a script and you got to learn it really fast overnight and do it the next day.
That's right.
Yeah, you're just exhausted. You got to rest.
We're performers. You got to perform.
Right. Yes. We have another question for you. When is that event here in Rochester?
Oh, Rochester native. Okay. So we have an exclusive invite only concept of our Out the Box tour. And that's where we go around the country and we host these exclusive events where we invite folks to come and demo the actual headphones. So our event tomorrow is again located at Viticulture Wine Bar. It's from 2 to 5 p.m. But I have a feeling if there's listeners listening right now and you want to pop by and experience the technology, you're more than welcome to pop by. But tomorrow from 2 to 5, Viticulture Wine Bar, you could come stop by. You could say that you heard it from this station, from this news platform, and we'll let you in and you could come experience the tech. So looking forward for you to stop by. Absolutely.
You have to sign up on a website that you showed us? Is that how you do it?
So no, it's an exclusive invite only. But because you guys are listening, and if you're in the Rochester area, you get that special on the spot exclusive invite.
Oh, did you hear that, Rochester people? Did you hear that, audience?
Yes, come check it out.
Wow, time is running out. Gosh, I really appreciate you guys for coming and joining us. And good luck on your businesses.
Yes, thank you.
And please let me try my heads out. Please, whatever, please.
Yes, it is coming. It is coming.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much, everybody. Again, domeaudioinc.com. Sign up and follow us on Instagram at DomeX1Sound. We're coming to a dome near you. One Sound, Dome Nation. We out.
Thank you. Wow. I'm just in awe. I cannot wait. I'm signing up for one. I am. I'm getting one. Oh, we want to remind everybody that Sign1News is partnering with the American Heart Association to offer Sign1News viewers quick heart healthy tips every week. And remember, if there's a health topic you'd like more information about, just let us know and we'll see if we can get it into the show. So this week's heart health tip is eating family meals together is good for your heart. March is Nutrition Month, which stresses the importance of eating a balanced diet. But what's even better is eating a balanced meal and enjoying it with your family. Studies have proven that family meals improve nutrition and emotional well-being. Family meals make it more likely that kids and adults will eat more fruits and vegetables. And eating regular meals at home with family can help reduce stress, boost self-esteem, and make the whole family feel connected by just talking to each other. The American Heart Association encourages you to enjoy family meals because it's good for your heart. And that is your American Heart Association Heart Health Tip of the Week. Wow. What an amazing, great discussion. Tim Wright, thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed chatting with you today. Wow. And thank you to our viewers. And of course, to our loyal app subscribers, you help make this broadcast happen. And as always, we like to end each show with words of encouragement and inspiration, words that will hopefully help you dream a little bigger, aim a little higher, and find the courage to be just a little bit bolder. And in honor of our musical theme, tonight's inspirational quote comes from award-winning musician, singer, and songwriter, Billy Joel. It simply says, I think music in itself is healing. It's an explosive expression of humanity. It's something we are all touched by. No matter what culture we're from, everyone loves music. Oh, I love music. For me, music it's just part of my healing process. Just because you can't hear the music doesn't mean you can't love it. You can love music. You can feel that vibration. You can love that. That's inspiring. Oh, wait. One more thing before we go. The Sign1News Oscar red carpet viewing party. It's officially on tomorrow night, Sunday, March 27th, starting at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It will stream live on all of our platforms. Join me and my Sign1News co-anchor, Martha Anger, as we, look around and pick out our favorite Hollywood stars and, of course, our favorite fashions. And remember, it's a pajama party. So break out your onesies, your comfy sweatpants, your hoodies, and don't forget the snacks. Popcorn, chocolate, ice cream. I think I'm going to bring my favorite cookies. Well, as always, be sure to join us next Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for another great live virtual chat. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.